Hello, yet again, my friends. Oh, it's all coming back to me. It's been a while since we've recorded something, but I'm joined here by the esteemed and immaculate Finn.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back.
Both of those words.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're playing a PlayStation 1 classic. It's Bloodborne. This was a game that I played in my childhood. My parents wouldn't let me have it because, you know, it's obviously quite an adult game. But I was thinking back, I remember the box art of, like, the werewolf poking his head around the corner, you know? And I was like, oh, Finn, did you ever play that game Bloodborne for the PlayStation 1 when you were, like, 4? And he said, what the fuck are you talking about? It just came out. It's 2004, Peter, I'm gonna throw a car at you.
It's a little bit ironic that we've been spending a lot of the tech industry has. Oh my god!
Would you like 2 scan lines?
The tech industry has been innovating and making these larger and larger TVs, and now we've got 4K OLED screens, and yet because of
People make this,
and then but the retro games nowadays are just trying to like go back to CRTs.
Well, you've come to the right place.
How many PlayStation 1 games do you remember that because of, like, you know, memory budgeting, it just starts with a dude giving you some lore, and it's, like, completely nonsensical and you have no idea what's going on? Like, of all the games, Bloodborne fits very well with the theme.
It does, yeah. Maybe those PlayStation 1 games are ahead of their time. It's what Dark Souls does now.
Ashen One. Go out and touch more things, Ashen One. I'm looking forward to Elden Ring. Right, well, our name is obviously gonna be, Droot. Nah, you're right. Drooty.
Drooty.
Well, actually, he should be, Frubk. Because that gives you an excuse to tell that story.
Alright, so we were playing Final Fantasy X. We were playing Final Fantasy X with, I think it must have been with Billy, my brother, who's never played it before. And we went and looked up a Albed translator, because there is a fictional language in the game called Albed, which is just a Caesar script language of English. And we honestly, I can't remember what it. Oh, I remember what it translates to. Yeah, we were just translating these. We were translating these random ass sentences for Rin, a character in the game, to say, because we were painting him as this as this Giga Chad evil guy, and I think Kai tried translating the word whoops, and it turned out to be frubk, and there's a very memorable and quotable scene in the game where he accidentally pushes you out the way when you first encounter him, and he goes, "Bindusar, oh, pardon me, I meant to say excuse me, but it came out in Albed. I am Rin, owner of this establishment." So we were just misquoting.
He's got it all memorized, by the way.
So we were just misquoting that.
No, I mean all of it, the whole of Final Fantasy X.
I can quote some Albert.
Hey, what does the random NPC woman say when you try to approach Yuna?
Stay away from the summoner! So yeah, we were just misquoting that scene for a bit, and coming up with these silly things to say. And that's when Kai typed in whoops and was like, "Oh, Bindusar, I'm..."
or as they say in my mother tongue, By the way, we get to see the good boy. You remember the good boys, right? That's not the good boy, that's the bad boy.
The good boys, aren't they?
It's okay though. Hang on a minute, because the stench of our armpits is flammable. You know, we excrete methane from our pores, which reacts dangerously to blood. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Didn't the good boys open for Suicide 9 on one of their tours?
You can't make a reference that old.
Of course I can.
No one's gonna watch this. There's the good boy. Look at his dumb face. Yes. Oh man, I love the good boys. Hello.
The presentation is absolutely fantastic.
I was talking to Mag, because me and Mag were playing this, I was watching, and it's genuinely creepier. Obviously not when I'm talking over it, but,
Found yourself a hunter.
Yeah, because it's triggering the uncanny, the uncanny. It's not quite right feeling.
something is not quite right.
The it's not quite right feeling. Whereas if it's hyper realistic, then I don't know. It's just it's just a different effect. It's like what makes things like the Mandela Catalogue and Thalos.
Oh my god! Hang on a
Jesus
minute.
Christ.
Woo! I don't find that Mandela catalog stuff to be very spooky. By the way, it doesn't use the sticks to turn the camera; it uses the fucking triggers.
Yeah, it does. No, but things like the Mandela Catalogue and Thalassin, I don't find them scary either, but I definitely find them unsettling. Like the Mandela Invasion, which Markiplier was playing. I mean, before the jump scares happen and it turns into a fucking comedy show, the atmosphere is genuinely unnerving with the way the guy is trying to talk to you through the door and his voice isn't working properly, and just something. Just different things in different styles can be very effective. You're supposed to die to this thing, aren't you?
Yeah, but like,
Hmm.
just gonna leave.
Yeah, just goodbye. I have not played Bloodborne. I think I've made it up to. I've made it up to Father Gas Canister on the PlayStation 4 and then stopped playing because of reasons.
I made it past him, but I can't remember how much further past him, and that was because it was on. I was in England on holiday, so
Yeah.
however far that takes you back. Have they blocked me off or no? Didn't have to cut me off. Oh.
Those are Dark Souls sound effects that they're using.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not bit crushed.
Yeah, they're not really. They're just kind of like brought down in quality ever so slightly.
Are we not supposed to talk to that skeleton? It was on the floor.
Like, he's just... Oh, cycle quick
never mind.
items. Oh, fucking great, dude. Thanks. Look, if the wolf doesn't want to kill me and send me to the hunter's dream, then I'm just not gonna go. Like, you can't make me.
I prefer to stay awake, thank you.
Yeah. Zero insight run.
Hunter's Dreamless run, any percent?
Fist percent. No deaths.
I think we have to die to the werewolf so we can get the key.
No, I have the key. I keep trying to use the fucking analog.
Oh, look at this! Fucking Tomb Raider!
Let's go!
I missed you getting the key.
Yeah, it was upstairs. I know my Bloodborne, alright. I played this when I was a kid.
Blood Vial.
This is the kind of game that my dad would have played, and he would have told me I'm not allowed to see it, and I would have just watched from the window anyway.
My dad would let me sit on his lap while he played Quake. And Mum didn't like it.
Oh, Quake was fine. It was stuff like fucking The Getaway Black Monday that I wasn't allowed to play.
What's that?
That is a Grand Theft Auto rip-off game where you play as a police officer.
Oh.
It's honestly not bad.
I could have used a gun, of course, but I found this, and I thought, how apt! Small fish out of his depth!
I just etched into my brain, because the mission was difficult for me as a young man. Etched into my brain is, like, there's a scene where an important character woman dies. I like how they walk away from the camera. An important character woman dies, and she goes, Sergeant Mitchell!
Sergeant Mitchell!
And then she falls off of a fucking railing. I'm not a hunter, by the way. I'm just a dude going
Is it set in the East End of London by any chance with that accent?
It might just be. Also, the dude's name was Sergeant Mitchell. The most quintessential British Bobby name that you could think of. Oh.
Well, that's the East End of London for you.
London Simulator. So where are the Eldritch Horrors and Madness? This is just, you know, pretty normal.
That was just some homeless dude who's looking for change.
What are you talking about? That was London's finest. That was one of the elite. The homeless... Oh my god, she is warbling out of control! Look at her go!
Oh,
Oh, it's Grandpa's sex doll.
with real human teeth.
For penis biting. He actually does, like, pretty much refer to her as a sex doll. He says you can use her.
It's a bit weird how everything is slightly vibrating.
Look at her face.
Yeah.
Nah, games used to do that a little bit. I think it is pretty egregious in this. Obviously, you take the saw cleaver. I used to take threaded cane, but you know, give me the blunt knives. Alright, challenge run, get 1 visceral attack this whole game.
What's a visceral attack?
That is where you parry with your gun,
Ah.
and then you get like a Dark Souls free whoosh, whoosh,
Oh,
one of
riposte.
those.
You get like a Dark Souls 3 riposte, I see.
Yeah.
I love this, man. This is so good.
It's so good. Hello, motherfucker, it's me, I'm back. Remember how you didn't kill me last time? Well, here's the catharsis of that character arc. Alright, cool, anyway.
Now we're still not a hunter, we're just a dude who's now, like, quite sensibly arming himself.
I'm a surgeon. Truly, like London, the guns are all old-fashioned and don't work, and everyone uses fucking hacksaws.
Now all we need is instead of firebombs, we need vats of acid to throw in people's faces.
And immigration... Wait, we're an immigrant!
Holy shit.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, remember, as an immigrant to these lands, my actions will reflect on all of my people. I will thus murder the nearest man I can find. I'm not very good at this.
Was that a roll? Rolling's illegal in Bloodborne.
Whoops.
Oh, whoa. Excellent. And then we stole his money.
4 quid.
Hang on a minute. A foreigner with a hat blade who's come to these lands and just kills random people? We're just Jack the Ripper.
Oh, you know what we've got to record at some point?
Yeah?
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Yeah. Perhaps so. Right. Man, it's been 15 minutes already.
I don't know how Game Grumps do it.
Yeah.
They do 10-minute episodes.
It's just, right, we'll start recording.
Probably
anyway.
because they're not funny.